Right, welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to be doing something that I've needed to do for a couple of weeks now. So a while ago I made a carnivorous plant terrarium, like an enclosed terrarium, but I just used Dioniae, so fly traps, and I used some other like bits of moss that I got from the garden, and I did put in a little other type of like ferny plant in there, but that has died. So at the moment it is just the fly traps that are surviving. There is another little plant in there that's kind of surviving, but not enough for me to really count it as being in there. The light is really bad right now, but I'll add a picture of what it looked like when I first did it. But as you can see, the fly traps are still alive. What can you see? Not much from that reflection, but I'm going to be going through, cutting out a lot of the dead, taking out anything that looks quite mouldy, and I'm going to be adding some sphagnum moss because I didn't add sphagnum moss before because I thought it would just grow so quick, so I kind of didn't want to, but now the other moss is not really doing that great, so I'm going to put in some sphagnum moss and it will really like bring it back to life. The reason, you'll see when I open it, the reason a lot of it has died off is because we had quite a bad drought. There's no excuse to not water it, but I didn't collect much rainwater and I was prioritizing my other plants, my other carnivorous plants, with the rainwater, because these are just regular fly traps that I didn't buy them because I loved them. I bought them because I wanted to make this terrarium. So obviously I was going to prioritize my other more expensive plants, but yeah, I'm going to be maintaining that and showing you. Well, this is the first maintenance I've done on it, so I'm just going to be filming it. I'm not going to be showing you how to. But quickly, I just want to show as well, this begonia here is doing insane. It's absolutely blown up in size. And you can really see, I've done this in a previous video, but you can really see the colour now in this lighting. So I just wanted to show that. Really nice. I don't know the particular variety name, but look at the size of that. It's a great picture, isn't it? Yes, I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to get on with it because I think it's going to be quite long. Right, so you can see it a little bit better now. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, just to help me be able to see what I'm doing, is I'm going to go around the inside and just wipe down the glass. I'm not doing this because it's dirty, I'm literally just doing this so that I can see what I'm doing, because the moisture in there really makes it hard to kind of see what's going on. And the size of this is not very easy to handle. You can see that's kind of an alright view from there. So you can see I've got one plant here and one plant here. There are only two in there of the fly traps. There was a fern down this side which has died, and then throughout there was like moss. So I'm going to bring the camera in a bit closer once I've wiped this down. I think that's kind of the best I'm going to be able to get, really, because I don't want to rub the traps because I don't want them all to close. But I'm going to bring the camera in closer and we're going to get on with some cutting. Right, so I'm just going to be going in with some scissors, try and cut out any dead and then grab them out with some tweezers. This is all I can really do for now. It is a shame that a lot of the traps died, but I guess that's part of the learning process. Bring out all these nasty dead ones because I don't want them to create too much mould in there. That one can come out as well. Yeah, quite a few of them did die off. I haven't fed any of these traps in here yet. Look at that, like that's just going like nasty rotten. You don't want that in there. The thing with this wood is it looks really nice, but it's kind of created like a huge mould outbreak in there. There's a lot of like mushrooms that come up, which I find really cool. I just think it's really nice to look at. And it creates more interest, but I don't know if that's bad for the plant. Like, it'll help break down any organic matter that is in there, but these are so dead that they're just literally pulling off. I don't really need to cut them, which is good for me. Let's pull that out. I saw some bugs in here as well. I couldn't really identify what they were, but they were tiny. They almost look like spider mites, but they're not spider mites. And they were like brown. They weren't aphids or anything. But there we are. I'm just going to be pulling that stuff out. I'm going to continue this. I'm not going to film it all. I am going to remove that little fern plant actually. I could probably just pull the whole thing out. Oh yeah, there we go. that can come out. Right, there we are. So we've got a bit of a blank canvas now. Very blank canvas. And I've got here a pot of sphagnum moss, which did have seeds in before, or it might have had a pingricula in there, but it's just kind of been on my side growing and growing, and it's completely filled the container. So I'm going to be pulling some of this out. There should be quite a lot in there. And I'm going to be using that to just fill in gaps and stuff. So I'm not sure if this is even going to be any good to watch because of the angle, but I'm just going to be popping this in everywhere, and it spreads really quick, so I'm not worried about making it look too, like, I'm not worried about the placement too much, just as long as it's like in contact with the soil and not covering over the fly traps. That is all I'm concerned about right now. There's quite a lot in this little container. It's quite surprising. But I did do a video on how to grow sphagnum moss yourself, so if you are interested in that, you can check out the video. I'll leave it in the link. I'll leave the link below in case you're interested. So I was thinking about adding maybe a pingricula or two in here, because I do have an outdoor bog garden which I haven't actually showed on my channel, and I need to take out some of the pings from that. So I was thinking about adding them to this, but for now I'm just going to see how it goes without them. I want this to kind of get established a bit better first before I mess around too much with it, because like I said, a lot of the plants have died off so far, so I'm not too invested in this at the moment. But that is looking a lot nicer. If I change the camera angle so you can see a lot better now, it's created this sort of like lawn effect in the front, so hopefully that will kind of compact itself down just a little bit. I can squirt it with some like water to get it properly settled in there, but I know that will stay alive because the sphagnum moss, I don't seem to be able to kill that. I can kill these other plants, but that's looking quite nice already. I do have a tiny, you see that right here, this dead trap. I should probably cut that out. I'll leave the leaf, but I'm gonna cut the little trap off the top there. Oh, and I dropped it. Just so that it looks a little bit more attractive. There we are. So not too much dead has come out of it really. This little pile here, you can see it in the side. That's not, well, there's more than I would have liked, but it's not too bad. And let me I'm just gonna add these last bits in there. Try and get some little detail in here. Try not to disturb any of the traps because I don't want them to close up. And maybe I'll give this a little feed before we finish. I guess I can stick some under those traps there. Try not to close the traps. Oh, that trap just closed. Okay, so I'm quite pleased with how that's looking. I'm not going to do too much more to it now. I think that looks nice. I'm going to give it a spray down with some water from the garden. Oh, actually I've got some here. Well, it's not going to be able to spray, but I'll just leak some in the top just to kind of settle that in, and it needs a lot more water in there anyway. So I've only been using rainwater in this terrarium, and that is what I plan on using. There we are. It does look like I'm adding quite a lot, but they do like a lot of water in there, and the bottom of the terrarium doesn't have any water in, so it probably needs a lot more than I've just put in. But you can see in the bottom there's no water in that layer, so I will be adding a bit more water, but not right now. If I can just show you a quick once over. So this is what we've got now. It's not looking amazing. The lichen up the top here has died, but I expected that to die anyway because I just picked it up off the forest floor where it had fallen from a tree. But it's nice to look at if you don't look too close. But I mean, the flush wrap seemed to be doing fine, apart from obviously the dead ones. But like I said, they died from me not watering. So I've been watering since, and everything is doing great. So I'm gonna do a couple of clips of this at the end to try and get some like more pretty looks or a better angle. But yeah, that's kind of the maintenance I'm gonna do for today. I may add some more to it another time, but that is all for now. Let me just get the lid back on and we can see what it looks like with the lid on. There we are. So it's just like a nice simple terrarium. Nice and detailed. But yeah, I'm going to get some images now. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.